Hey, it's Dan Del Real. I'm out here in the Mariposa Hills, right outside of Yosemite National Park. And today I'm visiting with my friend Jeff. We're taking a look at his property. It's one of the most interesting properties that I've ever been to in the Central Valley. It's called Meadows Rest, and you get to come along with us. So let's go take a look.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us out to Meadows Rest. We're excited to take a look.
Very fun. I'm stoked to show you around.
Yes.
The grand tour, kind of.
Ready to give us the tour?
Yeah. Let me just tell you a little bit about just kind of the property. You know, one of the things that I have always just believed deep in my heart is that sometimes you can have a vision of something, of what it could be. And just because you have a vision of it doesn't mean it can become reality unless you start moving in that direction. But a vision is a picture on the screen of your mind that compels you to move forward despite obstacles. And we've been here for 8 years, and there's been all kinds of obstacles. But when we first moved on the property, it was just a house built 35 years ago with just weeds all around it. It had never really been lived in.
A fixer-upper.
Kind of a fixer-upper, but it never had been really lived in full time. And so, even though it was kind of antiquated, right, it was dated. So, you know, spent the first 3 months kind of doing stuff inside, and then started working on the outside.
Okay.
And so the vision was really, my heart's for people, to bless people, to have a space that can be shared, and for all kinds of purposes. And so, as we kind of moved that direction, that's kind of evolved into a space where people could bring a small group up, have a little retreat. It might be a business with some staff. We've had that kind of experience here where a staff of working people will come up and spend some time. Youth will come up and spend a few nights. I've had 45 men on campus with, you know, tents all over. I've done multiple weddings. So everything's kind of, you know, just it moves forward and just evolves from one potential to another. And so as we do the tour, you'll notice that there's things that are in progress. They're in the midst of being created. And so that's right, the vision just continues to unfold. And what's wonderful is just the reality that, you know, you just, there's a scripture that says steady plotting brings prosperity. Hasty speculation brings poverty. But that steady plotting idea, like, okay, I think it could become that, and it's not going to happen in a day, so let's just take one step after another and finish one project and on to the next. So yeah, let me show you a little bit around. So kind of the first thing is we've had, I think 5 or 6 weddings on property, and it's mostly kind of a boutique wedding kind of thing. We're looking for folks, you know, we're getting around 100, you know, maybe a little over, but a little less. It's ideal for that. But let me show you just kind of the wedding space. In the backyard here, we could really probably accommodate a couple hundred on the lawn for a wedding, but we've had 150 on the lawn with and plenty of room, plenty of space.
This feels very spacious.
Yeah, it really is. So the grassy area could be that. We've got a couple of Airbnb rooms. They're both like master bedrooms. I'll show you those in a little bit too. Sometimes we'll take the space over here and we'll put like a bar area or maybe a serving area. This can serve as a dance floor if they want it real small and everything to be up here. And then this is kind of a nice space to, you know, a bride walks down this aisle, and you know, everybody has a different spin on their wedding, but we've had it where we've had attendants down below or attendants up on top, and
I see.
You know, up here, the slate. So that's been very, very nice, very, very sweet.
You can kind of customize the ceremony based on the size and preference.
Yep. And this space up here can kind of serve in one of 2 different directions. It can be an expansion, right? If you had a larger wedding, literally you could put seats back here. Fire pit's been used for weddings. We'll gather around that. We've also done, in small context, we'll feed like 40, 50 people up here. Set tables up. Even in the summer, I call this the Gazebo Tree. It's a beautiful oak tree that kind of serves as a natural gazebo. It's shade. And what is so true, even in hot California sun, just get some shade and you cut that temperature by 15, 20 degrees, and so that works out really, really well. A lot of times folks will, there's a parking area down here. We park, you know, enough for 150, 180 people down there. And then sometimes people will come up this way and kind of come by the garden, come up here, and this can be a great kind of reception space to receive guests. So they might have a guest book on the barrel. We've done kind of a photo shoot right here, which is it's kind of nice. We've hung, you know, maybe the couple's name from something, or they might do a backdrop if they just don't want the natural backdrop of the leaves. But it's an evergreen oak, so it's green year round. It's a beautiful backdrop. We can seat at one level. We can seat 150 people pretty easily, and then if we needed to use kind of another area, I could get another good-sized batch down there if it were a larger group. But 2 horseshoe pits down below.
Nice, those are fun.
If you can just talk people into playing horseshoe.
Yeah.
And we have a cornhole. We have cornhole also. Cornhole's kind of the modern.
Kind of the predecessor to cornhole, right?
Yeah, right. The things started out there, then they evolved. But then down here, and depending on the time of year, right now there's lots of droppings from the oak trees.
Okay.
But this is an 18 by 18 foot pavers, brick pavers. So this is kind of the dance floor. We we move the big table this direction, and it usually can serve as maybe the head table for all the groomsmen and maids of honor. And then we'll oftentimes put the couple right under that little tree there with a smaller table.
Okay, very good.
Got a serving area over here. Two sinks, large sink and a smaller sink with hot and cold water.
Okay.
They can serve here. There's a little kind of an outdoor kitchen.
Very good.
Kind of down here where if a caterer wanted to use the barbecue and the grill, they could do some of that down here.
Okay.
A lot of times the caterer's got their own bells and whistles, and so it.
But it's available if they need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, right, if you're going to have a big group, they're going to say, "Can I use the bathroom?" Well, of course you can. Absolutely, just come right this way. Use the bathroom. So the little bathroom has 2 bathrooms, one on this side, which is just a toilet and a sink. And then on the other side, I'll show you that, has a shower, sink and toilet, as well as an outdoor shower. So we'll kind of bend around this way through the manzanita.
All right.
That. So oftentimes when some folks come and just use the treehouse, I'll show you that in a second. We've had 2 or 3 of our bride and grooms that spent their first honeymoon night in the treehouse.
Oh.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And of course, the treehouse doesn't have a shower. It has a sink, but not a shower, so that's a toilet, so that's there for that. The treehouse serves multiple purposes. Its original intention was for the grandchildren.
Oh, okay.
And
that would be fun.
Yeah,
bring the grandkids out here.
Oh my gosh, we moved on property 8 years ago. I think the first time the kids were up, I mentioned to my oldest granddaughter, Madeline, there's so many nice oak trees. Grandpa will have to build a treehouse. And she's that kind of child that she hears something and she believes that it's going to happen like very quickly.
Yeah.
So every time I saw her, Grandpa's the treehouse done yet? Like the next week. So it was like, I better get going on this. So one day a week on my day off, I started getting some things donated, my telephone poles, and I didn't want to compromise the tree, so the tree has got like 2 screws in it, but everything else, it's just basically built around it. Will go inside.
The tree only has 2 screws?
2 screws in it,
oh,
yeah.
That's interesting.
So it's not bearing any of the weight of the tree house. The tree house is just built around the tree.
I see.
We do have a space that is enjoyable, it's fun, and people love to stay in.
Oh yeah.
That's good. I was able to score a city kind of playground, which is, again, it's a little higher than typical, so it can be not just small children, but a little bit bigger kids can have fun on it too. Kind of from here you can see we've got some zip lines, got a swing over here I'll show you in a little bit. So I'll show you that stuff after the treehouse, but yeah, come on in.
So I imagine the grandkids love the treehouse and playground.
Yes, yes. Right here, it's the treehouse is where cousins become best friends.
That's pretty cool.
So, and certainly they play for hours and hours out here. You know, the desire is to continue to build memories for their whole childhood. You know, I mean, they're just the oldest will be in junior high soon, but I envision, you know, high school sleepovers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. Little kitchenette over here. So there's a sink, a little fridge, a little microwave, just enough convenience. In fact, it was humorous. As I was building the treehouse, I'm thinking it was just, you know, 2 stories. There's a zip line that goes off the deck. I'm thinking of all kinds of cool things. And the older grandchildren were most excited about a refrigerator. Yep. So this is kind of just a fun little space in terms of, you know, lots of windows to be able to look out and enjoy the ponderosa pines and the oaks, and in the summer and then spring, open the windows, have a breeze. If it's winter, there's a heater on the top and bottom. If it's summer and hot, there's a air conditioner, so it can be pretty comfortable. In fact, I will work. This will be kind of my office. I'll work out here.
Oh, okay.
For hours and hours. I work at home a couple days a week, and this is the spot that I do my study and meditation.
Probably getting a lot of definitely out of state, probably other countries, people coming in.
Yeah, I would say 80% of our guests are probably from Europe or Asia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That high, huh? 80%?
Yeah. Just had a couple leave from Ireland, and another couple left from England. And so, yeah, and that's super fun too, just to meet different folks. The tree, obviously, right there in the house, and then the outside is also just a nice space to relax and chill out here. And if one person wanted to dine out here, they could. A little table over here. Originally, my deck just went to here, but then when I thought I was going to put some sort of zip line structure up, I thought that tree's a good tree, but I didn't have anything here, so I extended my deck out in order to create a zip line that would go down. So there's a 22-foot off the ground platform down there that can be landed on for the zip line, and so it's good space. It's fun. It's, you know, people just kind of saunter over. They take the zip line and just kind of go. It's kind of fun. So this is also just, you know, a great place to do a little extra, you know, exercise with the climbing wall. Anybody want to jump?
Yeah, okay, make sure you get the skate roll. No.
Awesome, come on down and I'll show you the next step down here.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, the babies, I'll take this back and show you this and the
Oh, nice.
swing. And your childhood, you know, your childhood oftentimes has some magical thing that you really liked. When I was a kid, growing up on a farm in Colorado, we had a swing. It was 2 trees, and you climb up the tree, and this other tree, the rope was anchored to it, and you'd throw the rope up as you're on the branch of this tree, and you'd jump off the branch of that tree that, you know, I imagine in my childhood memory, it was pretty high up. It was probably, you know, maybe it was 8 feet, but it felt like it was 12 or 13. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But it was a super swing. It was wonderful. And so because of that, we thought, I got to have a super swing for my grandbabies.
It's a must-have.
It's a must-have. So this is everybody out of all the fun things, whether it's the rock wall, I got a salmon ladder. People like this one here. Woohoo! Woo! I need to lose a little weight.
That's a pretty big drop.
That's a nice drop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
So cool.
Re-anchor this up here in case Gabriel wants to try it later.
Gabriel, you're up.
There's some thought, I haven't talked the wife into it yet, but the original vision was another platform.
Okay. Second level.
Second
higher.
level, a little higher.
Okay.
And then kind of high ropes course to the adjacent trees.
Oh, yeah.
So I can see it.
Uh-huh.
See it, I haven't got permission for it yet.
Yeah. You got to
Okay.
build your case and
That's
gain
right.
approvals.
Build my case, get all the proper insurance in place, and then maybe. Then maybe. So I think that's kind of the grand tour so far. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for
kinda
showing us
what's going
around.
on.
If
Absolutely.
someone wanted to come out here and, you know, book the venue, or maybe they're going to Yosemite and
Yeah.
wanted to stay here, or, you know, just come up and experience
Yeah.
the treehouse, what do they do?
Yeah,
How do they?
click the link on the website. It'll give them a little form to send out. It'll kick me a little notice, and we'll pick that right up into a conversation, reserve some dates, and make it happen.
There you go.
Awesome.
Come out and visit. You
Meadows
called
Rest.
it. Come out and visit Meadows Rest, and come back soon.
Be refreshed.